All right, an important fight here. Dustin the Diamond Poirier versus Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov. 27-0, 25-5. Interim champion versus champion. Should be a good one. All right. Striking tendencies or striking techniques for. Break down Dustin first. He's got a nice 1-2. Pretty fundamental boxing he has. Either stance, he'll throw these combinations from either stance. Pull 2, 1-2, and the 1-2-3. He's usually in southpaw. Sits down on his punches when his opponents are standing right in front of him. Saw that in the Max Holloway fight and the Justin Gaethje fight. So if he sits down on his punches and connects up with Khabib, because Khabib will stand right. Oh no, he won't. He's got pretty good footwork actually, kind of in and out footwork. Perceives distance by hanging out his jab outstretched, and then comes over with a 2. Yep. His grappling techniques, double leg against the fence. He's got pretty average takedowns. I probably wouldn't say his takedowns are the best. Yeah. Break down Khabib now. Striking techniques, the 1-2, one overhand, the one overhand right. Push jab. He uses that Philly shell, the Philly shoulder roll to defend punches coming in from his left side. And then, pops out the jab. He's got his hand pretty low to his hips. And that's how he pops out the jab so quickly. I think it's called a Philly shell. He'll fake a takedown shot and then throw an overhand right. That's the one that dropped McGregor. Jab and retreat to make opponents follow him, and then he goes for a reactive double leg. Sits down in his bowler uppercuts, which you kind of have to. Right arm stays high. It's good defense. It's good striking defense against southpaws, and he's got a lot of experience against southpaws. His grappling techniques, his bread and butter, which I think he'll probably use in this fight, since his father's cornering him for the first time, I think, in the UFC, and he wants his son to grapple and not get knocked out, and he'll probably listen to his dad. So his grappling techniques, he gets in a side control, looks for the Kimura. When he's up, he'll drive a single leg up into the fence and then trip the leg from the outside. His body lock, and then the outside or the inside leg sweep. Triangulates his opponent's legs to take away their 2 posts. I saw that in the McGregor fight. Saw that in pretty much every fight he does that. As soon as he gets the opponents to the ground, locks up the legs, takes away their post, makes it hard for them to get up. Shoots low, so he's almost immune to flying knees. Takes the back immediately if offered to him. Gets you down and keeps you down. Doesn't particularly need too many takedowns in a round. He's really improved that part of his game. On to how they win. Diamond. I'll break down Diamond first. How he wins. Black belt Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Hard to submit. He's got killer instinct. Chin seems to have recovered. He kind of had a suspect chin, could get put out by one. Saw the Michael Johnson and Conor McGregor fights. That he seemed to have he had a shaved head back then, and that's I don't know, it just doesn't look good when shaved head fighters get knocked out. They seem to get knocked out just more easily than. There's absolutely no reasoning behind that, but I just noticed that more. That once they shave their head, they just look like they're just begging to get knocked out. Like Darren Till, Josh Emmett, who else shaved their head? like buzz cut, buzz cut, like one all around, or a shaved head. Like, it's just, I don't know, less padding. I don't know. Nah, that's not it. But yeah, it's a phenomenon. Straight left. He has decent power in his straight left. Good takedown defense when he's not tired, but he probably will be in this matchup. He's also got how Khabib wins, chain wrestling. He's got good grappling strength, mental warfare. His trash talk. It's like his broken English trash talk. It's pretty good. It's pretty effective because he just comes across as so confident. Because he's obviously never lost before in pro MMA. And that's like, it kind of makes like the whole Dustin's angle he's going at is like, I'm going to shock the world. Like, it's like, that's all you can do against him. You can shock the world because he's that dominant. Like, it makes opponents think they just don't have a chance. They can just say they're versed Khabib and, like, just another win on his record. Yeah, I don't know. He's got aggressive ground and pound. He's got good strike and defense, which is pretty underrated. Good chin. Took shots from McGregor. Sets up his takedowns pretty well. Good jiu-jitsu transitions on top. He's actually got a decent bottom game that we saw in the T-Bow fight. I don't know, but he was pretty active off his back. Went for a triangle. I think he it was the Shahilo fight. Yeah, he threw up a triangle and then reversed Trujillo. Ended up on top. Great cardio, great grappling cardio. I'd say he improves each fight. Definitely improves his striking each fight. Good pressure on the wrestling ride. Good game plans until he fucking throws it out the window and stands and bangs. Yeah. How he loses, stands and bangs when he has a clear path to victory or clear path of least resistance. Did that in the Conor fight, did that in the Al fight. He'll probably do that in this fight. But hopefully his dad fucking reins him in by his ears. Left arm by his hip can get caught with a right hook or some shit. Yeah, pressured on. He can get pressured onto the fence. He backs up when he's striking. Saw Conor pressure him onto the fence a few times, and could be about to go for a reactive takedown or a desperate double leg, if whatever you want to call it. How Dustin loses, hands low and exchanges on the fence, kind of just like throws hooks, stands and bangs, stands ground and bangs. His volume wanes, offense becomes in predictable bursts. Don't know why that's fucking grouped in together, but yeah. Boxing style means heavy on lead leg, and he doesn't check many of them. Yep. X factors in this fight. I wonder if his content with the this is Dustin still we're talking about. I wonder if his content with just the interim belt, because his whole thing was just, I want one night with the belt. Yeah, so is he content with that new interim belt, shiny, like I would be? Like, I would fucking love a belt. I wouldn't even fucking, it doesn't have interim written on it, so who fucking cares? But yeah, I wonder if he's already got a belt, so I wonder if he even cares about. Well, he obviously cares. He would obviously like it, but I wonder if there's a thought at the back of his head. He's just like, I've got the belt. Like, that was my only goal, and he'll be able to show his kids that. He'll be able to show his kids the interim belt, and doesn't have to say interim. Just say your dad was a champion. But that's, yeah, I don't know. It's probably what I would do. X factors for Khabib. What's the morale like in camp? DC obviously just took a fucking devastating L, but I don't even know if he was over there for. Maybe he's just been training in Dagestan, Eagles MMA the whole time. He definitely has a cardio advantage. Wonder what his mindset is right now. He's talking about money. He's talking about retirement. He's talking about big fights. He's acting like this isn't a big fight. I wonder if he really he's completely focused into this training camp. The odds seem to reflect that they believe he is, because the odds are pretty in his favour right now. Yeah, experience versus Southpaws, talked about that. Connor and Michael Johnson, RDA, 11-month layoff. Not the longest in his career. He's had long layoffs before, so I probably shouldn't affect him. He's at a good camp, but, talked about the morale before. Wonder what it's like. Pretty much a home crowd. He won't get booed when he's grappling. He actually has a pretty strong fan base in USA, but sometimes, people do get booed when they're grappling, as we saw in the UFC 229. He was getting booed at times. But yeah, so he definitely won't get booed here. He's in front of a home crowd. Past the victory for Khabib. Beware of flying knees. Jorge Masvidal is probably in Dustin's head saying, this is fucking it. This is the fucking kryptonite of wrestlers. So yeah, beware of flying knees, especially at the start of the round. Look for takedowns early in the round and control him for the whole round. Don't stand and trade, obviously. Don't be too obvious about takedown intentions. Catch a leg kick, because they're throwing a lot of leg kicks at ATT nowadays. So maybe look to catch a leg kick and ground Dustin Poirier. Stay out of boxing range. That's where Dustin does his best work. In and out with combinations. That's where you want to be. A reactive double leg when Dustin hangs his jab out, because then obviously one of his potential underhooks is, out there and not really ready to defend a double leg. Especially when he's looking for the overhand right, which is, it's coming. So both of his hands will be occupied. Both of his arms will be occupied, sorry. And, easy double leg. Past the victory for Dustin. Uppercuts, body punches to make him think twice about takedowns. Just punch low. Pressure him onto the cage. Grammy rolls. To, evade the double leg or the body lock. But I don't know if he's athletic enough for that. Switch stances frequently so Khabib cannot gauge, time takedowns easily. Make it as hard for him to get, a read on you as possible. Switch stances, which he does a lot anyway, so should be good. Low calf kicks, keep them really low though. Especially in southpaw versus orthodox stance, because it will be on there. Last resort is flying knees, because if you miss them, you're going to end the whole round on your back. Alright, I've got Khabib by submission in round 4. No, that's what he did to McGregor, but it just seems like that's when his opponents quit, after getting wrestling so much. After getting wrestled so hard. The bet is Khabib. I had 3 units on it. I think $1.30 sports bet, Australian version. He was up there for a while. Now he's getting parlayed like a fuckload, so his odds are going down. I had him by decision. What's in by decision now? Where is that? Yeah, I had that. Yeah, I had $3.50, I think. Whoops. It's on sports bet again. Yeah, I like those odds. I don't mind these odds either. I think there's a definite chance Dustin survives. All the grappling and stuff. I think he's got good heart. He's got good submission defense. Just depends if he gives up for a second, gives his back or whatever. He has been known to give his back. He's definitely done it in a few fights. No chance. But yeah, should be a good fight.